Let's talk about favorites today. Makeup favorites. I love makeup, but I do have some favorites. I am so glad to be back with you today. I'm so glad you stopped by. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, and share it with somebody who you think would like to have fun talking about makeup and skincare and lifestyle and beauty for those of us over 60. My hair is not my favorite today. I've got enough bobby pins to where I should really be able to set off metal detectors in airports all over the country, and it still won't stay up. So we're going to pretend my hair's supposed to look like this today. But anyway, I'm going to do my makeup favorites for you. I mean, it's been a while since you and I have talked, and I think some things have changed since then. And if you see anything you might like, might want to give it a try as well. I'll do this in the order that I put them on my face. We're going to start with primer. And y'all, my Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer has been dethroned. I know. I never thought that I would find anything better than that, but I have. And it's this, and this is the Miracle Blur by Trinny London. I think I might have heard about this from Ms. Melissa 55, and I'll tag her channel so you can go and subscribe to her because she's absolutely gorgeous and wonderful. And I'm pretty sure that I heard about this wonderful product from her. This is the best primer that I have ever used in my entire life for my face. I did use it under my eyes once. Oh my God, y'all, that was the biggest mess. Don't use it under your eyes. But for your face, it does utter wonders in blurring texture and pores and lines. I mean, it is a miracle blur. And I don't know if you can see or not, but I have hit the bottom of the jar. There it is on this. The only bad thing about this primer is that it ships from England. I don't think Trinny London is sold anywhere in the United States. If I am wrong, please feel free to correct me and tell me where I can get it. So the shipping is kind of high and it takes a while to get here. And not only, is the shipping high, the price is high. This little bitty pot right here, it costs 36 bucks. But you know what? It's worth it. It is so worth it if you want a wonderful primer. Not only does it do all those wonderful things that I told you about, it leaves your skin feeling like velvet. I mean, you put this on and you're just like, oh my God, I have young skin again, because it sure makes you feel like that. And the way that it keeps your makeup looking great all through the day, I can't say good enough things about it. This Miracle Blur from Trinny London, my absolute favorite primer, and I can't see anything dethroning this for a long time, if ever. I still like a lot of different eye primers. I like the MAC Paint Pot. I like to use Painterly. I also like the Milani eye primer, but my favorite is from P. Louise, and this is the eye base, and I like the shade Rumour. One thing about the P. Louise eye base is they go a long way. Now you can see that they've got a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of shine. They blend out really well on the eye. They make your eyeshadow stay true to color once you put it on. They've got colors in this too, like black if you're wanting to do a really deep smoky look. They've got pink, they've got green, they've got blue. My favorite is, like I said, Rumour 01. It's utterly wonderful. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer because not only does it keep the eyeshadow true to color, it helps negate any discoloration on my eyelids, and that includes veins that may be showing through and darkness that has happened over the years. It keeps my eyeshadow in place, no smudging, no moving, no creasing all day long. So P. Louise, definitely my favorite eye primer. Since we last talked, nothing has changed in the under eye area for me. I've still got those very deep, very dark under eye circles. And my favorite way to correct that purpley blue color under my eye is with Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Correct, and this is in the color Peach. This is such a nice light formula, but this peachy color does just exactly what it's supposed to do, and it helps to conceal and correct those dark purpley blue circles under my eyes, and it doesn't do it by gunking everything up. It just sort of negates all of that discoloration and does it in a beautiful way. And my concealer, no matter what concealer I use, plays so beautifully over this. So this from Makeup Revolution, or just Revolution I think it's called, the Conceal and Correct in Peach, my absolute favorite color corrector. I have a new favorite foundation for my 60-year-old skin, and it is from Neutrogena, and this is their Serum Foundation. I love everything about this foundation except for the way that it dispenses, and it is one of these little dropper things. It gets so messy around the cap. It runs down the side of the bottle. If they could just change the way that this dispenses from the bottle, I would be so happy. I'm in the shade Light Medium 02. I really love that the way that this goes on my skin. I usually apply it with a foundation brush. It doesn't settle into pores or lines or wrinkles over the day. I haven't found that it fades away. I've had this makeup on that I'm wearing now for about 5 hours, and my foundation still looks just like it did when I put it on. So the Serum Foundation from Neutrogena is an absolute winner. If they could just get rid of that little dropper, it would be utterly perfect. But even with the dropper, it's my favorite foundation. My favorite concealer is from E.L.F, and this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I use the shade Light Ivory. This is probably the best concealer that I have found for aging under eyes. I've got a lot of lines, a lot of wrinkles, and a lot of texture under my eyes. Plus the skin under my eyes is dry. This doesn't dry it out any further. There is very minimal settling, very minimal creasing. It doesn't seem to move, and it stays looking great until I take it off. This little product from E.L.F, the Hydrating Camo Concealer, wonderful under eye concealer, and it's my favorite right now. Something that hasn't changed since we talked is my favorite contour, and it is from Fenty, and this is the Fenty Matchsticks. And I'm still using the shade Amber. I like it because it is a cool tone, but it is not overly cool. It's not grayish, but it's also not that orangey bronze, so it gives a very nice contour. Just like it always has been, the consistency is great. It blends out like a dream. I use it here, I use it here, I use it here, I use it here, everywhere that I want a good contour. So this is still my favorite contour. I do still set under my eyes, and I'm still using the same product to set under my eyes that I did the last time we talked, and it is the Hyaluronic Pressed Powder from By Terry. I have it in translucent, and yeah, this is still just a mini size, but I don't use very much, and you can see that I've hit pan. I don't use very much of it, so buying the full size for me is, first of all, out of my budget, but second of all, this lasts for so long for me that I don't have a problem buying the mini size. It is the best powder that I have found to set my dry under eyes because it doesn't dry them out. It does have the hyaluronic acid in it. Again, I don't use a whole lot of it, and I also always rather use it with a damp beauty sponge, just pat it in and pat it under my eyes. But it does wonders in keeping my concealer in place and stopping shine to make these deep under eyes look even worse. So this is still my favorite under eye setting powder. I don't like to set my face a whole lot because, you know, I'm 60 and I've got the texture and stuff, and even though the Miracle Blur is great, even though the foundation is wonderful, I've still got lines, I've still got wrinkles, I've still got textures, I've still got enlarged pores, and a lot of times face powder will accentuate all those things. Plus it can make you look so dry and so cakey, and the last thing we want as we're older is to look dry and cakey and flat and matte. But we do need a powder to set makeup sometimes, especially certain times of the year. Well, I found a good one, and it is from Physicians Formula. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It powder, and I have mine in translucent. Look at this powder. Is this not gorgeous? And the consistency, so creamy. Look at that. This is the only facial powder that I do not have to use a sponge to put on. I can put this on with a brush. I don't look cakey. I don't look powdery. I don't look haggard. and it's the butter formula. So it is nice, it's creamy, it smells divine, and so far this is the best facial powder that I have found for my mature skin, and it's definitely my favorite. I switch out between my blushes a whole lot. I have really gotten to where I like the Mega Glow blush sticks from Wet n Wild. I like the Fenty cream blush. I like the Milani cream blush. I like the Revlon powder blush. But this is a favorites video, so I'm going to be honest with you. It's a biggie. It is from Chanel. This is the Chanel powder blush in Rose Ecrin. I love this blush. Look at that. It is so beautiful. It gives you such a gorgeous look going on, and it stays all day. I just love this. It is definitely my favorite blush. It's in my favorite blush color, and it was an investment. I've had it for quite a long time, and it still looks just as beautiful as it did when I bought it, but I still think it was worth every penny that I paid for it. After I get my blush on is when I go in with these brows, and finally, after 60 years, I have figured out how to do my brows, and this is what helped me, and this is the Instant Lift Brow Pencil from E.L.F. I've got mine in the shade Blonde, and I really, really love this shade. I will tell you, it took a little while to get used to the size of this pencil because I really like the little micro pencil from CoverGirl. But once I got used to this and got used to using it, I have found out that this works better for my brows than anything else I've ever used. It's so easy to carve out your brows. It's easy to fill in sparse spots on your brows. Unlike all the other brow products that I have used before, this doesn't feel waxy. I don't know what it is. It's just so smooth and so beautiful. But E.L.F., you've got a winner with this one. The Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I've got a Taupe Trap, which is okay. It's a little bit dark for me, but this blonde shade is working out wonderful, and it is my favorite. As wonderful as the Instant Lift Brow Pencil is, it doesn't completely do my brows for me, especially because I don't have a lot of brows right here in the middle, and I don't have a tail. Okay, I've got a tail, but I don't have a tail on my brows. So I still love the Urban Decay Brow Blade. And this is in the one that is in the shade Taupe Trap. The E.L.F. brow lifter that I have, the other shade is just Taupe. This is Taupe Trap. I don't use the actual brow pencil. I use, well, I thought I turned the sound off on that, sorry. I use the little ink part. And I use this teeny tiny little felt ink brush to draw little bitty brow strokes right here to make it look like I have brows. I fill in with some more brow strokes and finish out the tail of my brow. This is gorgeous. It stays all day, doesn't come off until I wash it off at night. So this is definitely indispensable and my favorite brow ink product. I like brow gels too, and I need brow gels. I don't have a whole lot of brows left, and so what I've got, I need them to behave, and they don't want to. They everywhere. They just grow every which way. It's insane. But this, excuse me just a moment, but this little product right here, and yes, this is a mini, is my favorite brow gel, and this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's just their clear brow gel. I just buy the mini because I don't use a whole lot. It's just when I'm done doing my brows with my brow pencil and my brow blade, I just, and this keeps it there all day. I've got some with fibers in them, one from Flower Beauty, one from Maybelline. I like both of those just fine, but really, this is my favorite. I don't really need it to add any fibers most of the time because of the good job that the brow pencil and the brow blade did. So I just need this to set it and to keep them where I put them. Does the perfect job. Y'all want to know how hard it was for me to choose a favorite eyeshadow? Oh my God, I swear. I literally agonized over choosing a favorite eyeshadow. Y'all, I've got, I guess, 200 eyeshadow palettes, and I'm not kidding. I'll declutter anything but eyeshadow palettes. I hoard those. They're mine. I'm not getting rid of them, but I finally came up with one, and it's from ColourPop. I love all the ColourPop shadows. The majority of the ColourPop palettes I have are really great quality, but my favorite is this one. and it is Stone Cold Fox. I love all the cool colors, and you'll be able to see that this is pretty well loved. I've got smears and all kinds of stuff in it, but I love the Stone Cold Fox. I love the colors. I love the formula. It looks fantastic. I'm not wearing it today, I know, right? But I am wearing a ColourPop palette, and it's another one of their big ones, and it is Smokin' Roses. I really like Smokin' Roses because of all the beautiful pinks and the mauves and the grays, and actually, somebody said gray is supposed to be a really big color for eyes this winter, so you can get them in there. But like I said, all of the ColourPop eyeshadows, I pretty much love all of them, and I have an absolute ton. And I do want to give a runner-up to my favorite eyeshadow. Y'all know I couldn't just leave it at just one, but it's ColourPop, and this is the Super Shock Shadow in Ice Dream. I love the Super Shock shadows, and I understand they're going to be on sale for $2 each on the ColourPop website on November 28th. I have an alarm set. My finger is ready to hit add to cart because I figure that they will sell out pretty darn quick when that starts, and I intend to get some because I think they are just gorgeous. But this Ice Dream, let's see if I can get it to work. Look at this. Look at that shift. Is that not beautiful? And recently I was able to create one of my favorite eye looks that I have ever done using Ice Dream, and I'll recreate it on here on YouTube for you. And if you want to see content that I have been doing lately while I haven't been here, you can go here to that site. It's that right there, but that's my username there, and I do a lot of videos there. I usually upload multiple times a day, so if you want to follow me there, that would be absolutely cool too. And you know, I'm here too, so I would love it if you were follow me there too. But Ice Dream helped me get an absolutely gorgeous eyeshadow look, and like I said, I'll recreate it for you here really soon. But yeah, I guess I could say ColourPop as a whole is my favorite eyeshadow, but if I've got to pick just one, it's the Stone Cold Fox palette. I don't wear a lot of highlighter because highlighter accentuates these lines that I have right here. And these are getting more pronounced all the time. But sometimes you just gotta need a little bit of lift, you need a little bit of pop, you need a little bit of shine. And so that's when I turn to the Wet n Wild Color Icon highlighter. The one that I like best is Blossom Glow, and I have heard, I do not know, but I have heard that, oh, look at the Ice Dream all over my hand. I have heard that this is a really good dupe for a Dior highlighter. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's really pretty. It's really subtle. It's got kind of that icy look to it. If I'm gonna wear a highlighter, 9 times out of 10, I'm reaching for this one. I just realized that I have done this entire video with no lip product on, but makes it a good time to apply it. And I'm going to start with my favorite lip liner. It is from NYX. This is just their basic pencil liner, the kind that has to be sharpened, but this is my favorite color, and it is called Nude Beige. It's not too dark, it's not too light. This stays put so beautifully. Even after eating or drinking, yeah, it's going to come off by the end of the day. It's a lip liner, it's not a lip tattoo, but it stays so well for being a pencil liner. So the NYX pencil lip liners, not eyeliners, lip liners are my absolute favorite. And my favorite lipstick right now is from E.L.F. This is the Seriously Satin lipstick, and this is in the shade Creme. I love the color of this lipstick so much. Oh, it is so beautiful. It is such a beautiful light nude. But it's not the kind of nude that makes you look dead. It's just gorgeous. I love it. Top of the line, absolutely gorgeous. My favorite lipstick. It is a matte lipstick though. And so I always feel that I need a little bit of shine, and this is one thing that has not changed since we talked. It's my favorite lip gloss. The Buxom Full On Lip Plumper. I have quite a few shades of this, but my favorite is still my OG, and it is White Russian. I love the gorgeous shine that it gives my lips. I love that little tingle that it adds and it's not harsh tingle. It's just a nice ooh tingle. So yeah, still my favorite lip gloss of all time. And again, I really hope that you will subscribe to my channel, like the video, give it a thumbs up, and share it with whoever you think might like it. Follow me on my other social media accounts so we can connect daily. I will link all of those below, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.